Okay, good afternoon, teacher. We are going to present our guide appen number 4 about project-based learning, in which we are going to talk about definitions, importance, and characteristics of the same. Now we are going to start. Project-based learning is a teaching method in which students can investigate and answer real, interesting, and complex questions. Questions or challenge through long hours of work, thereby gaining knowledge and skills. It is also defined as interdisciplinary, student-centered activities, and clearly defined project outcomes. There is evidence that PBL is beneficial for teachers and students. Earlier research showed how do teachers understand the effective PBL standards. Also, teachers' implementation of PBL will also affect the students' understanding and develop skills. The PBL promotes links between disciplines and proposes a broader approach to learning. Furthermore, the project can be adapted to different types of learners and learning situations.
Okay, then we have the definition of PBL. What is PBL? Project-based learning, or PBL, is defined as an approach within education which has been developed on the activities of learning, where the main objective is that students feel great educational desires and can apply them in the best way, as well as solve them. In general, the activities within the PBL focus on the tasks that students perform daily within the class, as well as the tasks that are performed outside. It's for this reason that the PBL is developed in groups for better understanding. According to the author, Switch 2018, argues that is proper approach to academic instruction, where students have the opportunity to develop their skills and competences of the language. That is, the PBL, they are not only projects but also refer to research that allows responding to problems or challenges with different degrees or difficulty. According to learning instructions, the PBL focus on learning by doing. Then we have why use the PBL. Okay, we have different reasons, and today we face educational modernity. It's for this reason that educators have chosen to teach through projects, or as the psychology Piaget mentions, that the knowledge is the result of experience. In other words, teachers have taken up the challenge of preparing students for the world. In addition to that, it's possible to mention that PBL allows students to develop their critical thinking through the knowledge imparted by experts or teacher in this case. Students are also able to develop their abilities and skills to connect them with the real world, where through activities they will recognize were the objectives and the benefits acquired during the class. Okay, in this part we have the effectiveness of the PBL, and according to the author Goodman, affirms that 40 is approximately 40 years of the effectiveness of the PBL for the development of academic project. In the same way, it constitutes a practical and useful approach to develop the understanding of the content in a deep way. Therefore, the research shows the effectiveness of the PBL as it relates to motivation of learners. For this reason, the PBL works in different ways. The first is related to the motivation. The second is that is related to teaching of different subjects such as mathematics, science, and social science. Also, it's possible to mention that PBL allows the integration of knowledge and concepts that the students are able to learn. Okay, in this part we have different characteristics of PBL. According to Katz, affirms this process is intended to get students to ask deeper questions. In addition, teachers have the challenge of teaching in a timely manner, as well as imparting information. In addition, within the PBL, the students become the center of attention since the teacher becomes the student's guide. In general, the teacher seeks to emphasize process where students are able to promote their critical thinking and reflection. Motivation and relevance are specifically encouraged, and the teacher develops the role of collaborator. Learning is demonstrated through different resources, such as billboards, the use of theaters, presentations, dialogues, and scenarios. Then we have the examples and strategies. There are some examples and strategies according to what mentioned Gracia. For example, learning to learn, where students are motivated to work on a problem, just as the teacher does to keep the class engaged. The second is lifelong learning, where students connect the problem with the real world, and to solve it, they need to apply techniques and new strategies appropriately. Another is the active learning. This focuses mainly on the work performed by the hands. That is, the students carry out activity by manipulating and applying their skills. And finally, we have the cooperative learning that is characterized by the idea of group work or teamwork, where everyone shares their experience and prior knowledge about the subject.
Conclusion. In conclusion, it can be said that PBL is one of the most effective teaching methods because it enables students to learn to cooperate with others and open up with other people. In addition, all the students can participate in and maintain active communication, and they will feel more comfortable because the teacher gives them more openness and can answer questions in daily life. Students become creative and enthusiastic in their projects. The project created by the students can be anything. They can create community gardens, animal habitats, and arrange dinners for classmates or teachers. PBL is not only a form of learning, it is a way of cooperation. If students learn to be responsible for their own learning, then they will become the basis for cooperation with others in adult life. Thank you so much, teacher. That is all of our presentation.